Surprise, surprise. I barely made it, but I made it. I hope you guys are having a awesome Halloween. I hope y'all like my crochet brain cap. So today I'm just going to be hanging out with you guys as I work on my finish up one of my dogs, and I doubt I'll finish it on live, but I'm really here to just hang out for a little bit for Halloween. So that's why I'm on the camera. So I hope you guys are having an awesome day. So far we got all the limbs. I'm doing some ears right now. These are some feet. Got some feet done. And this is the head. Gotta stuff it. And these are some legs. So yes, I'm just gonna be here just for a little bit. I'm trying to find my end. Oh, that's why I'm confused. It's still connected to the leg. And I need my scissors to, or no, I don't need scissors because a, this is some blanket yarn. So I don't need scissors. So I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna work on some ears. So I'm watching, I'm looking at a pattern, so that's why I'm looking over. And this is not my normal time, so I understand if, I don't really get that many people to come in. 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is the wrong hook. I need, I don't want to use those. I want to use an 8. And I should have had an 8. Hold on. It's gotta be in the bag. Gotta be down off in the bag. Where are you? Because I had it the other day. Okay, there's my 8. I always get them confused because they're so close together in color. Thank y'all so much for the likes. So I'm gonna have to start this over because I didn't want to use a 7. I wanted to use an 8. It was working up kind of fast though, surprisingly. For a 7. All right, now let's get this back on the road. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know why anybody would on right. Okay. I hope y'all like my brain. The bottom part is crochet, like the pink part is crochet, crochet. I ran out of red yarn, like a fuzzy yarn, and the top part is like I cord. So yeah, sometimes things happen and we just run with it. We just gotta wing it and go ahead and go with it. Cause I didn't have no more yarn to like, um, cause I did this specifically to go live on YouTube. I wanted to do this in a lot of different colors to represent the right side of my brain, but I didn't want to like go back and do a whole nother thing because I was running out of time. Thanks for the like. I was running out of time, so I just stuck with the red because I had half of this done with red. So I just like, let's just go ahead and finish this with red. And I knew the yarn that I was going to use was going to take me a little bit more time because the machine doesn't really like the yarn. So I went and grabbed the very thin chenille yarn. It's not really chenille yarn, it's dream chenille. It's kind of thin. And used it because it's very close to a number two. And I knew it was going to be kind of thick once it came out. But I wanted to use like a rainbow color over here. It's like a lot of different colors to represent, I use the right side of my brain a lot. So so that's an idea for next time though. So I am thinking about doing it maybe next year, but this year at least I got this far done. Thanks so much for the likes, y'all. And so I'm looking at someone else's pattern on my computer while I work up this plushie I'm working on. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I'm trying to make sure I'm in the right stitch. I don't use stitch markers, so I try to remember, make sure I'm in the right area when I start that. I use the slip stitching join method so I don't have to stop and use a stitch marker. And right now I'm working on the ear part of the plushie. Then I had to hop on here real quick because my son has a game at 7, so I had to go ahead and get here as quick as I could. Hey Yoli. So I've had a really busy day. Okay, that is that round. So no increase round. I'm gonna make this into a pumpkin too. This yarn because I really like it. I should have enough left over for a pumpkin. All those awesome pumpkins I've been making. Two, 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 4, 6, 8, 9, 12, 13, 16, 18. double treble. I have to do this on this round because I always, because it's 1, 2, and then you increase, and I always forget whether I'm just doing two single or in the increase because I'm doing 2 and 2. Thank you for the likes. 1, 2, double trouble. And I like to say double trouble because if I forget the double trouble, then I'm in trouble. Two, double trouble. 1, 2, double trouble. All right, we made it through that round. Thank you so much for the likes. I appreciate it. All right, now I just got single, two single rounds. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. All right. Another single round. Thanks so much for the like, y'all. Appreciate it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the reason why I want to go ahead and work through this yarn. Someone gave me this yarn, and and they wrapped it up in a ball, and so I couldn't really like do the feed through the middle type thing. It fell in my scrap yarn basket. I couldn't feed it through the middle, and it is. I don't know how it fell through my chair arm. I couldn't feed it out of the middle, so I have to. I want to go ahead and work through it so I can not have to. I mean, the yarn just rolled everywhere, and just wrapped up and everything. All right, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now I thought about going to tonight's game in this hat. I don't know yet. I don't like drawing attention to myself, but it is Halloween, so I'm just like, you know, I should go ahead and attend the game in this and wear a little red lipstick. And I thought about chaining, doing like what's those ruffle, not like a ruffle like a full roll ruffle, but like a little dangling ruffle right here on the sides to like dangle down right here. I thought about doing that. I just haven't decided yet. So, yeah, I don't like drawing attention to myself. So that's the only reservation I have about it. 18, 19, 20. But I think it'd be something nice for the kids. One, 22, 23, 24. And I'll still be like going with the middle part. It'll still be going like with breast cancer awareness month. So I'll still have like that for that and still be like Halloween. So I just don't know. I wonder will some of the kids be dressed up. I'm also a sub, so I think it'll be some, I just really think it'll be something nice for the kids if I do it. Thanks so much for the likes. I appreciate it. It's something little, but I think the kids will really like it you know, if I did it. So I'm leaning towards doing it. And I forgot to get me something to drink. I normally keep a drink beside me when I'm on live because, talking for about 2 hours is, you know, that's something else. Thanks so much for the likes. Hi, Donna. I know I'm smelling it, but I think my coat smells like someone secondhand smoke in the shoe wash. It's getting on my nerves. All right, so that was my 2 rows like that. One more row. Yeah, I know it's gonna be. I hope it's not really cold tonight, but I'm taking a blanket. Hi, Beatrice. Right, relax my shoulder from by not resting my elbow on the table. Okay, so that is that. Now we're decreasing. Thanks so much for the likes. Pushing. Oh, computer finally timed out. Come on, computer. So, what's your favorite season and why? We got several. Well, my favorite season is actually fall, and then spring comes in close and behind it. Cause I like for things to rebirth the fall, cause it's to me it's not as cold as spring, even though it's chilly, but it's not. Hi Sandra, how you doing? Two, decrease, I'm gonna decrease. I feel like I might have missed one. No, maybe not. That's good. You're doing well. I probably should have did some dark makeup to go with my brain to do a more zombie like exposed brain. All right, I need to do two rows, two rows. Mm, take this inverse. Let's put it on the right side before I forget. All right, let's do. I need to take this hoodie off, y'all. Give me just a second. It's bothering me. It's a little warm. Excuse me. And I'll try not to take off my thing. There it is. All right. That's a whole lot better. Sorry about all the blue. My favorite color is blue. So, all right. So I am two rows. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11, 12. And I have an event in like you have just what CHR, and I'm not looking. This is a pattern I found on someone's website from off of YouTube. So thanks so much for the likes, y'all. Hi, Viviana. And I'm working on a dog. So if you're just coming in, I'm working on a dog. This is like one of the first. plushies I made, and I always go back to it because it's pretty easy to work up. So I like working on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got a little some weird stuff. Let's see. 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, awesome. Yeah, that sounds like this right up my alley. I love some blue. Anything blue, I'm gonna rock it. Anything a variation of blue too. Teal, everything. I almost just restocked on a whole bunch of blue yarn because I was like, let's restock my blue yarn, but I didn't. So I needed to make something more important, so I didn't restock on the blue. All right, just one decrease. Come on. Hi, Josepha. Come on. One decrease, one decrease. And, I gotta keep up with these rows. Let me log into my row counter or really just see. All right, trying to keep up with the rows. Thanks so much for the likes. Okay, I need to get this mixed over here with these. And we don't really celebrate Halloween, to be honest. But I like being a very creative person, so that's why I really enjoy like not necessarily the scary things of Halloween. I like the how social media displays like a lot of creativity. They push it out on the feed. So I like watching a lot of people be very creative during this time of the year. And I like playing dress up when I normally don't get the chance. It gives me the permission to like really dress up and do silly stuff. So yeah, it's not the Halloween per se for me. It's being able to dress up and be a little extra. Now the computer just want to stay timing out. It wasn't timing out like that earlier. Two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, there's 14. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Thanks so much for the likes. I appreciate it. All right, that was 15. 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If I had one of my teapots, I could probably let it roll around in the teapot. Let me go get my teapot. Those sound like some really cute colors, especially that berry. Let me go grab my teapot real quick. I want the yarn to kind of roll around, and I don't want to like pull it anymore. So let me grab that real quick. I think it's gotten small enough. No, probably not. The opening might be too small. We'll see. See if I can squeeze it down in there. I just don't want to like keep unraveling it. It might go in there. Yeah. Uh-oh. Now I'll just set it right here. I think that is 16. Let it just roll around. Thanks so much for the likes, y'all. Uh-oh. All right. doing it right. Mm, make sure I'm not, yeah, two, three, four, five, and one more. It's doing it all at base. I'm gonna give me a little time. And leave alone here for some. Let's put some more back in there. I don't know what my scissors are right now. And I don't want to use the other ones to get on my nerves. So we're gonna just snap it right here. This is the ear. And I just gotta do the second ear real quick. So here, the floppy ear. One, two, four, five. Uh-oh. Six, seven, nine, 10, 11. Come on, let's get in there. Okay, I don't know what I did to this one. I probably pulled it too much. All right, this is giving me a harder time than usual. I think, oh, I know what I did. I'm in the wrong area. Sometimes with, fluffy yarns, sometimes hard to see when you're in the right area. So I'm in the wrong area. Cool. I need to be starting on Christmas too. One year I was supposed to do the Grinch. One double, one double, one double, one double, one double. But I got too busy. It would be nice to do it this year. Cause I had went and bought the yarn for it and everything. Alright, two, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. I'm making a doll. Excuse me. One, two, double, treble. One, two, double, treble. One, two, double, treble. One, two. Thanks so much for the like. Double, treble. One, two, double, treble. One, two, double, treble. That's about the only row I need to do that on. That's the only row that confuses me because I'm kind of one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. All right. 4. Thank you, Deepa. Hi. 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. Cool. I bet that was extra warm. I've been thinking about making hats with blanket yarn. I've never made a hat with blanket yarn. That's it. You count that. For six. Well, no, I take that back. I have made one, but it was a failure, so I didn't like try it again. But I want to. Now that I know what I'm doing, I'll probably try it again. It was like one of those care ear beanies, but it was. Thank y'all so much for the likes, but it was loom knitted, and I didn't know what I was doing at the time, and it came out very slouchy ish instead of like um stiff. So that's why I never really did it again. Uh, this is a very low sew dog. So the only thing I'm really supposed to have to sew is the ears. And thanks so much for the likes and all the arms and legs together after I finish this. Oops, by working on the body part. So I'm just trying to finish up the ears real quick. I'm actually working on it out of order, but I wanted to like just go ahead and finish because I have to do them separately anyway. Right, same here. Definitely relaxes me. Okay, that's that. And now 2 degrees. Erase that. And I have an event coming up on the 15th, so in 2 weeks. So that's why I'm trying to like make a lot of stuff. I have one sitting right here. I gotta sew the ears on too. So this is what I'm about to do is do the body and the legs part. And I gotta finish the eyes. They use like the push eyes or whatever. But I just rather make mine just in case they give it to like a small kid. So I just gotta get around to making my eyes. Uh, well, my neighbor's outside cooking. Hopefully y'all can still hear me because they decrease sound when the neighbors started making all a racket. You got time for me to turn this side up. I'm making a dog. Right now I'm working on the ears. I'm almost done with the ears. Then I'll be moving on to the body soon. I hate when this does this. Let me make sure 'cause I got sidetracked and I forgot what row I was on. Turn it inside out so I can be on this right side. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, okay. I was right. One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, please. Um, different. Alright, and now I gotta keep up with the rows again. Hmm. What, heavy? Yes. Sorry about that. 1, 2, 3. He was texting. You begin. 1, 2. Um, that is 13, comma, 13, come on, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thanks so much for the likes. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. Come on. What pattern are you? It depends on what pattern you're, because it's a lot of different patterns. So if you're trying to do um, plushies, some of them to keep you from having to learn the measuring, some of them will say chain. They'll start off saying chain, and if it says MG or is it MG? MC, I'll just say if it says MC, that's the magic circle. And then it'll tell you how many stitches to put in there to start off with. And like the numbers at the end of each um, line, I'd say line for each a pot holder, for the end of like it'll have different, like R1 is like row 1. So at the end of each row it tells you how many stitches you should have at the when you finish each round. So that should kind of help you know to make sure that you have that many stitches in that round. So that's the most basic way I can help you know how to read one. Because even sometimes I'll forget a stitch or something, and so when I forget, just making sure that you count. But if I forget, I'll add an extra stitch um, at the end of the round to counteract if I don't have as many as I'm supposed to have. Or if you don't want to do that, you have to like redo the whole row. Or if you're doing like a something like a square, if the pot holder is in the square, you'll do chain, which usually says CH. That means chain. And usually, if you're doing like just single crochet, that first, I mean, the last chain, you will skip when you go back the other direction. So it'll tell you to skip a chain, skip the first chain, and single crochet in the rest of the stitches, going the turning. So you'll turn back and work in the chain. Alright, that is the last part of this ear. Let's single crochet this together. No problem. Come on. Did I forget the chain or something? I didn't forget the chain, so why are you doing this? I just want to move on. Alright, that'll work. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The last one. Alright, we getting ready to start the body. Let me stuff these at the foot part and then close them because that's what I'm gonna have to do. So let me grab a little fiber. This is enough right here. Grab just a little bit of fiber. Someone's acting a fool with their car. What was this one? I'll find out in just a second. I just want to put this at the bottom of the foot, and then I'm gonna crochet it close. Just need some more. Let me go ahead and crochet this close. Because what I was doing this so that I just wanted to, I was working, so I wanted to get as much done as I could. And I didn't bring any fiber field with me that day because I knew it was gonna be messy. So I was I wasn't at home, So I was just making the pieces as I went. This is the only part of the project that's going to be the only part that I have to figure out because um, the count is a little off, so I have to like make sure that I put the legs in the right spot. But other than that, the project is really nice to work with. I hope that it's going in the right page. If not, it's gonna have to be all right. Crocheting the leg. Close. Come on. Mm-hmm. Mm. Okay. All right. So the legs are crochet closed, a little twisty. And we're going to start on the body area and go back up. And I should be able to do this before I get off live. It doesn't take me that long to like work up stuff. I get used to. Um, seven, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, I gotta work this all the way up to for a while, so I gotta increase for a while. Thank you all so much for the like. One, one, two, double, treble, one, two, double, treble. Trying to make sure I'm in the right stitch. One, two, double, treble. One, two, double, treble. One, two, double, treble. One, two, double, treble. Okay. One, two, three, three, one, two, three. No. Yeah. Mine's about to increase. Hi, Shatika. Two, three, increase. One, two, three. Thanks so much for the likes. Increase. One, two, three, increase. One, two, three, increase. One, two, three, four, one, two, three, four, one, two, three, four, Gosh, look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thanks so much for the likes. I appreciate it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh. 1, 2. Don't go off on me. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mm. Yeah, I got about 30 minutes left. Hi, Essie. We finally made it to a little bit of it. Now I can take this off. Now I lost count again. One, two. That don't sound right, but we'll find out in a second. And no, I'm not playing yarn chicken. I'm not playing yarn chicken. That is countdown. Go ahead and tighten them up. Hold on. Let's go back and count. It sounds right. Sounds about right. Thank you, Jay. Thanks so much for the lights. That don't sound right, so I gotta recount that. There it is. Right on the mark. Alright, so now I have to attach the legs. This is where it's gonna get a little tricky. Because it's not gonna end up right. So I have to like really focus on getting them in the right spot. Okay. And this needs to be like this. And we're gonna grab on the legs. And this next stitch, and you should do 6 together. Mm, mm, come on. Two, two, three, four, 5, 6. Okay. One leg attached. Mm, 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 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So this kind of give me an idea. Let's grab the other leg. Mm, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. This usually me. I guess the other bear I was, using a different yarn, so it's kind of off. So looks like it made it the correct way. All right. I don't know how I didn't get that in there, but we'll thread it back in there so it'll be on the inside. All right. Move this back on my way. Alright, so let's put 10 and 11. Mm, I'm not gonna count this row. I'm just gonna go with the flow. count the next row just to make sure that I ended up doing the right amount of rows. And this takes no more than about a skein of yarn to work up one of these, because I've worked up multiple ones of these with this blanket yarn before. So, and this one took me about three things of Dollar Tree yarn. So if you want to use like that chenille yarn or whatever, I'm not done with him, but it took me about three skeins of Dollar Tree yarn. Really like about two and a half. So if you're like I'm from a rural area, so my only places are Dollar Tree and Walmart. So um, yeah. So the only place I can get yarn from are those two areas, and so if you're like me and don't have yarn options, I'm just putting it out there. Okay, I'm gonna count this row. Starting with this game. I forgot what yeah, like it's so crazy. It's crazy, ridiculous. And I hate shopping online because it doesn't feel good. Once you get the yarn, I'm disappointed sometimes. It does the sometimes the quality, it's just better if you touch it to make sure that it gets to you right. But yeah, I really don't like shopping online for blanket yarn anyway. And then sometimes the colors be off. Right. Now, I do decreases. I got 15 minutes left, y'all. It's slipping out my hand a little bit. So that's kind of frustrating me. Let me loosen this up with my hand some more. Thanks so much for the likes. I appreciate it. Y'all got 10 minutes left. Thanks so much for the likes. Uh-uh. Should be able to get one more row in. One or two. Come on. And make sure I don't need to be adding the arms. Oops. That whole row, I skipped, I missed two rows. I missed two rows. Oops. What I did, or I miscounted. I got 5 minutes left. Miscounted by one. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Thanks so much for the likes, y'all. Hi, Linda. Okay, I might have time for one more row. And so before we go, thank you guys so much for tuning in with me. And happy Halloween. I will be back here on Sunday at 8 p.m. Central. I hope to see you guys back here with me. Thank you for the gift. I appreciate it. It's my first gifter. Thank you, honey. So I hope to see you guys back here on Sunday at 8 p.m. Central to 10. And I hope you guys have an awesome Halloween. And I will see you guys on the feed. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this row out before I get off live though. I'm trying to quickly finish it in 3 minutes. I'm surprised I was able to like do that whole talk while I was on live. I mean while I was doing a row. That's what I meant to say. I'm distracted. Mm, mm, mm. I made it. Hi Linda. All right, y'all. That is the end of my live. I finished this guy off of live, and I hope y'all have an awesome rest of your Halloween. I hope to see you guys back here on Sunday. Have a good one. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.